Hi, you're welcome to today's session of my QuickBooks training. We are going to be diving into how to make use of budgets in QuickBooks. When it comes to reports, over here you see budget and forecast. So in this lesson, we are going to be treating budget. So where do we start? So the first thing you do, you go to company menu, then you select planning and budget. Then you set up budget. So once you click on that, you have this uh, setup, this process to follow. Now you have to specify the year and the type of the budget you want to run. So definitely we want to go with profit and loss. It depends on your demand at the moment. Then now this is 2023. It's possible you want to do your budget monthly. You want to have them monthly. Like this, we're in April now. I want to budget for May. You understand? I want to budget for May. Okay, so I might still leave it in 2023. But going to 2024, 2024 maybe might just be preparing things on ground for next year. But I think this year is still much available. So I prefer we go for 2023. Then click on next. Now, no additional criteria. This step is you're not adding any customer or any class, you're not foreseeing that you have an additional uh, information as regards customers and class. So we're just working with our profit and loss items. So next. Now we are creating a new project from scratch. It's either you can do this or you can create budget from previous year's actual data. I think this would be preferable, but depending on how you've prepared your budget. So before you can come to this QuickBooks to import to make use of the budget in QuickBooks, you definitely must have prepared your budget. You must have put into consideration all the factors that are necessary to make a budget. So you definitely must have known uh, the kind of expenditure you incur at each month. It might be higher than others and it might be lesser than some other months, and you might be trying to carry out a project. So definitely that would have been handled by the finance team. They would have handled the budget. So you're just coming here to impute those figures that you were provided with. So it's not as if you are planning your budget now. You've already created the budget, you've planned it, it's available now. You just want to come and insert it here. So if you're using create from scratch, it means you already have the information with you. So you are just inputting them. Then if you want to create budget from previous year's actual data, it means probably you've not done much on that. So you want to compare with previous years with 2022. That's the meaning. So likely I would suggest we go with this in case we might not have that information readily available. So my boss might say, okay, since we have all our information in QuickBooks and we've inputted all, we've recorded everything, nothing was left behind on not recorded, everything is in QuickBooks. So I would prefer we go with create budget, but this is for training purposes. So you might if I go to create budget, we might not have that information. So except I make use of a sample file that already has transactions for those years. Okay, so I'll go with create budget from scratch because I don't think I have much information on last year in on my QuickBooks. So now you can see it's from scratch. So you don't have any information here. So but these are your items. Now remember, we did not select add new customer or class or stuff like that. So we still have all the information that we're having. Now this January 2023 down to December, you can see that you have that month by month, which is very interesting. So let's say we decided that okay, that is I have the information already. So but now I'm just going to put a random number just to in case. So for construction income, let's say we're expecting for the month, let's say uh 1.5. I'm just saying for the month. This is in naira. Okay, so revenue also, though this construction income is supposed to be under revenue. Okay, our purchases. So let's say we have transfer sales. Okay, cash transfer sales. Okay, these are those I created them as a result of the lessons that I had. So let's go stationery. So let's say 50,000. Telephone 45,000. I'm just using random 55,000. Okay. Automobile expenses, let's say 150,000. Bank service charge, let's say 84,000. Okay. Computer internet 47,500. Okay. Depreciation, definitely if you have fixed assets, you definitely want to do that. 500. Okay. Dues and subscription, let's say 200,000. Income tax, obviously you have to pay that. So well, it's a budget. It's not as if advertising and promo. Let's say 62,000. Okay. Income tax, let's say at the end of the day and the end of the year, or we are just want to break the yearly income tax into months. Okay, or might just leave it that way. Then interest expenses, insurance. So I'm just going to make use of these few informations we have here to prepare the budget. So I think this should be okay. Then as regards revenue, let me push this a little bit. This is let's say we are into construction also, and we also sell, or preferably we are not into construction, but we are into sales. So might decide to have just a sales figure, so don't bother about the transfer sales and the cash sales here. So let's say 25. Oh no, how huge? Let's say 8,500,000. We would not want to have that kind of transaction. It's a beautiful one. Okay, and purchases definitely let's say 20% or 50% if it's manufacturing, if it is buy and sell. So let's just say 765. Okay, just saying that. No, not realistic though. So I'm just making a random number here. Okay, so we already have all the information. Now I might want to do that to the remaining month. So I might just do copy across. Let me see if that will work. Okay, copy across. I'm just using that. You understand? For this illustration purposes. Okay, so I just have that pre-populated, or we do some calculation. Yeah, so I'll just copy that. Yeah, copy across. Let me see if I want to adjust the row. So I might use this other option. So okay, increase each month by a certain percent. Okay, so I decide I want to increase this month each month by 5%. Yeah, or can say decrease also, but I cannot use both at the same time. So I'll go for start from the first month. So if I do okay, okay, let me see. First month, increase each monthly amount in this row by okay. Let me come to this. Let me say this now. Then adjust. Then let's say by 5%. You know we have that across, so it's going to adjust everything. We're still having. Okay, am I doing this wrongly? This should be row. This should be row, of course. So already selected month. Okay. Oh yeah, compounding. Oh yeah, that's, then let's say that's in 5%. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think now we have it on the compounded. Yeah, it's this is what I needed exactly. So I'll do that also so that we understand the two process here. So that is by first month, or that, I think this should be the best. Okay, let's say 8%. Definitely it will not be like that across. Yeah, some might be lesser than the other. Yeah, but I'm just doing this for the sake of this illustration so that we understand how to go about making use of budgets in QuickBooks. Okay, so now when I'm done, I click on that. Okay, now when you go to company, okay, go to reports, then budgets, overview. Now this is what I'm looking for. Next, account by month, sure. Next. Okay, so I want to bring out the reports. Now you see here, we from January, February, March down to January, February, March, yeah, April, January to April. Okay, now for the first 4 months, which is supposed to be quarterly, yeah, which is supposed to be quarterly, then you can decide to select that. Okay, I don't want that quarterly, this to date. That's why I'm using this to date. Okay, so if I decide that, okay, I want to use 30th of May, you see we have it up to May, but it's doing it to dates, so that is why it stopped at 24, which is also, so click on refresh, which is also correct. So now you can see says this is our budget overview. This is just the budget we are seeing now. So this is how we be able to view. At the end of the day, we are having the sales is 85, the purchases is 65. Definitely we have a gross profit of 2 million. Then from that, commission expenses, telephone, 1.1 point. So at the end of the day, we are left with net income of no, sorry, 806 days. That's, so we're left with net income of that is net loss or net profit of 1.1 for January, 1.1 for February, 1.1, then for April 900. That is to date, because it's supposed to be a month, but you can see now that, remember, we did a progressive entry to this particular one, and even this is 47,500, but here you see it's 38 because it divided itself by the number of days in April, then times the number of days we are in, which is 24. So that is what it just did now. Then you can see the total. At the end of the day, we have a total net income of 4.4. Okay, now this is just the overview of the project that the budget that we've created. We just want to see how it will come out in the report. Okay, this is what we just did now, which is okay. Now we're looking for comparing. So let's say we go back to reports and go to budget and forecast, and then now we can do budget versus actual. Okay, yeah, the same pattern, finish, then we hold on for it to come up. Now you see we have January budget over budget, percentage of budget. This is just for January. Then if you want to continue like that, you go to February, it goes down to April. Okay, so let's just handle that of January, which we have here, and we can also limit that from the yeah, I know we've passed January. Yes, we've passed January, and there's no record for January. Yeah, we've passed January, but my point is we can actually do that. We can, for the fact that we've passed January doesn't mean we cannot still create that budget. But if we see it as a waste of time, we can decide that, okay, since we are no longer in January, we should forget about that of January. So while creating the budget over here, we would not include that of January. So we'll start from, let's say, April, or let's say May. You understand? Because we are budgeting. Budgeting is supposed to be for the future. It's not as if we are going back in in the past to budget for what has already occurred. You understand? Just for the sake of this illustration, that's why I just did that. But it's not necessary you go back to January. Now we are in April, so and we're almost done with April. So I decide the budget. I think the way will be better if we go with May. So that of May will be more interesting than going back to the previous month you've exhausted or you've finished. Okay, so but I'm just trying to see which of those days I have transactions. So let me go to February. I just do that for training purposes. So I want to see if okay. Now I think I have some information here. So here now we can see that February, for the month of February, this occurred. Now, I'm assuming this is May. I hope you guys understand. So I'm just trying to go back because I've not done anything for May, or I don't want to wait till May, or I don't want to start creating some transaction for May. So I decided this is February. That's why I'm saying this is May. So let's just assume this is May. We're not going back retrospectively. We are going forward prospectively, if that English is correct. Okay. Now budget. We have the actual here is this. Now the budget is this. So you see there's an over budget of 8.5 here for sales, but for revenue, that is that. Now definitely the total income now, this is the actual, then we over budget by 7.3. You can see 8.5 minus 1.1 will give us so the percentage of budget is 13%. 13%. So I think this 30%, you have it when you divide 1.1 over 8.5. Let me just quick calculation there. Let me bring up my calculator. If I'm Let me see if I'm correct with that. So the budget now is okay. That's twice. Okay. So 1105,600 divided by 8.5. Okay. So times 100. So times 100. Okay. That is 13, which is correct. That's why I have 13%. So use this divided by this. So you can see all through for our purchases, there was no purchase actually. So that's why you see now we have 0% for that. Even for sales, 0%. Now this would not actually budget for revenue. That's why we're not seeing anything. Okay. Now when you come down, we budgeted for commission expenses for 55, but the actual is this. So with this, you'll be able to actually check between your profit and loss budget versus actual. So that is that. So to see if you are on track, or if you've overspent, or if there's an under budget. Okay. So if you go back to budget and forecast, you can see some other information: profit and loss budget performance and budget versus actual graph. So there are some of one or two information you can also get from those. uh so you can see here unfavorable budget versus actual. So favorable and unfavorable, they are all unfavorable. Now budget versus actual by account. So we have actual, which is this, and we have budget. This is let me see, January down through April. Okay, so you can do that also to get additional information as regards what your budget entails. So I think with this simple illustration, we've been able to understand how to run a budget on QuickBooks. Mind you, I made use of January, February because I did some transaction for illustrations. So if in your own case, if you want to go with budgets while going to planning and setting up of a budget, what you will do is to not include the previous month. So you might want to start from May. You understand? You might want to start from May. So this one should not have any information because we are past. We've done. We are behind on that, so we've passed that already. So instead we are going forward from May down. So what you'll be doing is, after you've created the budget down to December, then as you are spending in May, you keep on watching to see how far you've spent, and if you are within budget or if you're out of budget, so like you can guide your expenses, and also kind of think of ways to generate more income to meet up with the target. So hope this lesson is insightful and you guys have learned on how to handle budget in QuickBooks. So if you have further question, don't hesitate to drop that on the comment section. uh, are accounting professionals. We know how to handle your bookkeeping account. If you need an accounting services, we render that. If you want us to set up your business for you, as regards setting up QuickBook for you for the first time, or if you are online, if you want to migrate to desktop, or if you're in desktop, you want to migrate to online, or if you are using other accounting softwares and you want to actually migrate to QuickBooks, we are available and we can do that for you. Or if you are using Excel and you decide that okay, you want to make your accounting software, we are available. We are at your service. We do that. Then if you want to go for training, you can also reach out to us for that. So please share my video, like, comment, click on the subscription button, and don't forget to click on the notification so that we get notified whenever I make new videos. See you guys, and bye.